fact that Yasin Malik himself has pleaded guilty to waging a war against the nation, there has been no statement condemning the letter or distancing itself from it. So the BJP has now asked the Congress party to take a position. Does this party stand with terror?
Aren't you intrigued why somebody who is accused of killing innocents, civilians, people in uniforms, is reaching out to the Gandhi family? Why would a terror suspect reach out for support to the Gandhi family? तो ऐसा क्या है कि आतंक फैलाने वाले अब कांग्रेस से सहारा मांग रहे हैं?
His wife writes a letter to Rahul Gandhi saying that his issue should be raised in Parliament by Rahul Gandhi. She has so much faith and confidence in Rahul because she knows that Rahul Gandhi and Congress always lend an ear to the cause of terrorists. They know that they are against Kashmiri Hindus. And Congress has always batted for terrorists, given soft cover fire to terrorists and have blamed Indian agencies rather than the terrorists. And therefore this confidence is there in the wife of a convicted terrorist. And therefore Rahul Gandhi till now has not even come out and outrightly rejected.
यासिन मलिक ने अब यासिन मलिक की वाइफ ने जो इनको लिखा है, इससे पहले भी पुन्नू भी जो कुछ सवाल उठाने के लिए इनसे संपर्क कर चुके हैं। तो राहुल गांधी देश में अफरा तफरी फैलाने के लिए इस तरह की कोशिशें करता है जो लोग इसको पैसे दे करके इसको यूज करते हैं। तो आखिर कोई ना कोई रिश्ता तो है इनमें। एक फिल्म थी, ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है, और ये राहुल गांधी का सच सामने आना चाहिए और इसके पर राहुल गांधी जवाब दे कि सभी जो देश विरोधी लोग हैं वो आपसे ही क्यों संपर्क करते हैं, क्योंकि आप भी उसी कैटेगरी में आते हैं।
So let's open this up. Ahmed Ayaz, political analyst, and Lalit Tambardar, activist, join us on the broadcast. Mr. Lalit Tambardar, the question is about the letter that has been written and the fact that there has been absolute silence from the Congress party. This is a letter that's written to Rahul Gandhi seeking his intervention and a debate in the parliament.
It's not surprising, you know. Congress has had a very long relationship, in fact, right from the question of partition of India with Pakistan, the philosophers, the founders of Pakistan. Can you imagine we succumbed to Jinnah's two-nation theory-led direct action blackmail, which saw Hindus killed in Bengal, for example, Noakhali. For days, the Hindu corpses were being eaten by the vultures. So we succumbed, and partition was allowed, and it was over dead bodies. And what we did, that was very sinful of Congress. We abandoned Hindus, and poor Hindus and Sikhs who could not make it to the mainland by 15th of August to Pakistani jihadists, knowing that Pakistan was only created for Muslims and Muslim alone. And then in Nehru signs a pact with Pakistani then Prime Minister Liaquat Ali, called infamous Nehru-Liaquat Ali Pact, which said that you take care of your minorities, we take care of our minorities. And what happened to the minorities in Pakistan? The Hindus were 24%. Today in Pakistan, they are now not more than 1.5% because of genocidal persecution. And the minorities in India have flourished. They have doubled this since 1947. And Yasin Malik, remember when Vajpayee took that bus ride to Pakistan? This man had the audacity to show a farmhouse where he said, I was staying in this farmhouse which belonged to Sheikh Rashid. Remember that Sheikh Rashid he used to be in the ministry of every government in Pakistan, and he threatened us with those 250 grams of atomic bombs jo Hindustan ki mandiron mein ghantiyan band ho jayegi. That man had trained these JKL jihadists in his farmhouse. And then also when he was there, he was patronized by everybody in the state, as well as from the United Jihad Council and other pan-Islamic jihadists. So imagine this Congress, and during this election, before the election, the defense minister of Pakistan, Sheikh Khwaja Asif, he, in an interview to Hamid Mir, a very important, he's not an ordinary journalist, he's a messenger, he's also called a messenger of ISI with Osama bin Laden, for example. This Khwaja Asif said that we, Pakistan government, Pakistanis and Congress and National Conference are on the same page as far as Article 370 is concerned, and we believe they're going to win, and they issued a virtual appeal to in Kashmir to vote for this alliance. And no surprising, those separatists, ex-separatists, and the other Islamist parties, they did not, Jamaat Islami, those candidates did not get votes because on the instructions of the Pakistan, they were all diverted towards National Conference Congress. This told, and I'm not surprised again because this wife and this both Yasin Malik were patronized during the UPA government. In every auditorium in Delhi, they were received as if they were the state guests, even in media conventions. And we Kashmiri Hindus have opposed protests always. And I heard somebody she has even referred to the Kashmiri Pandits as if we're in support of Yasin Malik. I repeat,
yes,
no Kashmiri Hindu.
You're mentioning the 2006 meeting with Prime Minister Modi, that meeting, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, my sincere apologies, and you said that meeting went on for 1 hour. So that's how he had been platformed. But I also want to play out the opposition's reactions. Do stay on with us. The opposition has played down the letter. The Samajwadi Party has said that the government should take the letter seriously, adding that the letter should have been written to the Prime Minister instead.
निश्चित तौर पे ऐसे व्यक्ति, चाहे वो अपने देश के हो जिन पे गंभीर मुकदमे हों, अगर वो आज अपने लिए किसी सांसद से, नेता प्रतिपक्ष से उम्मीद कर रहे हैं मदद की, तो सरकार को सोचना चाहिए और उनकी जो पत्नी है उनको पत्र प्रधानमंत्री जी को लिखना चाहिए। पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय राजीव गांधी जी की हत्यारों को भी उस परिवार ने माफ किया है, तो अपने पिता के, पति के हत्यारों को भी गले लगाया है, माफ किया है। तो शायद मेरे ख्याल से उस दरिया दिली के कारण इस तरह की चीजें सामने आई हैं जो उन्होंने पत्र लिखा है। निश्चित तौर पे जो दोषी है उसको दोष सिद्ध होने के बाद उसको पूरी सजा मिलनी चाहिए।
So, Mr. Ahmed Ayaz, the question being, why can't the parties take a stand? This is a person who has pleaded guilty to acts against the nation. The charges against him include being associated with a terrorist organization and unleashing terror in Jammu and Kashmir.
You need to wait and see what the response of the Congress party, but may not be fair to cast aspirations or to doubt the intentions at stage may not be fair. Why? Because Rahul Gandhi is not sitting member parliament, or he is president of the National Congress at all India level, and then LOP also. So, considering that they have been very generous by even forgiving the killers of father, and possibly anybody can write with the intention to see that if we can get some help from such a person, because it's not a case that first time happening. Even prime ministers of India have been, having conducted dialogues and discussions with the separatists in the past, included Manmohan Singh and then Mr. Vajpayee also. So as such, it does not seem to be something where we can say that Rahul Gandhi is blamed as why he has been written anything for that purpose. Anybody for that purpose can write to the leader or to him as a party president to see that if you could render some help. And he being in a position, possibly the applicant must have seen that to write to the government of India may perhaps not yield a result, looking at the policies of the right now the BJP at the helm of affairs. I think under that possibly with that consideration, the letter must have been written to see that if some help could be rendered to the opposition leader. So I don't think there is much about to see that there must be some collusion, there must be some understanding. I don't think we should go in that, see that way. I think it's simply a letter, but only thing is need to wait and see how it is responded and how does Congress consider the letter, how they take the letter.
How they take the letter, but they can come out and condemn it and distance themselves from it. That's the question. Do stay on with us because, people from Jammu and Kashmir across the country as well are well aware of Yasin Malik. So the benefit of doubt that you're wanting to extend to some of the parties does not really hold good. Listen into these reactions.
I'm not shocked or I'm surprised because Yasin Malik and his family knows whom to get in touch and who are their people. Yasin Malik definitely is very close to them, and that's why we saw Yasin Malik in the darbar of Manmohan Singh, having fun with him, having lunch and dinners with him. and that picture has gone viral. Rahul Gandhi is well known for being in touch with those people who are against the country. Yasin Malik and Shabir Shah were the original creators of terrorism and terrorists of Kashmir.
The letter of Yasin Malik seeking Rahul Gandhi's help for her terrorist husband is a moment of shame. Now it is for Rahul Gandhi to figure out whether he wants to support a terrorist or take this as an opportunity to demand stricter action against Yasin Malik and wash away the sins of his party, his ancestors, who acted as mute spectators when the genocide and killings were happening in Kashmir.
So for those who want to extend the long rope to the Congress party and say, let's wait and watch what they are going to respond, Yasin Malik and the charges against him are well known across the country. And for our viewers, let's play them out. And all of this mentioned in the NIA charge sheet. Who is Yasin Malik? He's no ordinary person. He's someone who has played a key role in orchestrating anti-India protests. In fact, he created unrest. And Yasin had also orchestrated protests after Burhan Wani's death with a Hizbul letter, also threatening Kashmiris to back the cause. He has also been seen in Pakistan. He's said to be a member of the terrorist organizations, with several emails also being linked to him to raise funds for terror activities bleeding Jammu and Kashmir. Yasin, in fact, has close tie-up with the terrorist outfit LET. It's also well known that he has terror links, and yet, despite that, there are some who continue to say, let's give them a chance. Let's take a look at what the response will be. We have more breaking updates now coming in. After Yasin Malik's wife writes a letter to Rahul Gandhi, IAF martyr's wife has now condemned the letter, and she has spoken up about the role of Yasin Malik and saying in as many words that Yasin Malik's hands are soaked in blood.
मेरी राहुल जी से ये प्रार्थना है, विनम्र प्रार्थना, बेटे यासीन मलिक की वाइफ बाय द वे हु इज शी, उसकी क्या से होनी चाहिए? जो यासीन मलिक जिसके हाथ खून से सने हुए हैं कश्मीरी पंडितों के लिए और हमारी फौजों के लिए, जो कुछ यासीन मलिक ने किया है वो हर दम हर श्वास उसके इस देह रूपी घड़े में जितने भी श्वास बाकी है ना, वो हर वक्त मालिक से तौबा 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 करके माफियां मांगे, तब भी उसको पता नहीं ईश्वर माफी देगा कि नहीं देगा। बाकी उसकी वाइफ के कहने पे, अरे भाई मैं आज कहती हूं यासीन मलिक को मेरे हवाले करो, करे हुकूमत मेरे हवाले, बाकी का काम मुझ पर छोड़ दीजिए, मैं देखूंगी यासीन मलिक को बहुत अच्छी तरह और पूछूंगी, उसके अंदर का भीतर का इंसान जगाने की मालिक से गुहार करूंगी। कौन है यासीन मलिक की वाइफ? इतनी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस देने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। एवरी टॉम डिक एंड हैरी इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट। मेहरबानी करके मैं राहुल जी आपको दोबारा से प्रार्थना करती हूं, मेरा बेटा ऐसा कोई काम नहीं करना जिससे आपको इतिहास में भी युगों युगों तक शर्मिंदगी का ये कर्ज उठाना पड़े। इसके साथ ही मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देती हूं। जय हिंद।
So, Ahmed, as you heard from the martyr's wife, she spoke about the genocide of Kashmiri Hindus, and she spoke about Yasin Malik's being smeared with blood. She said that his hands are soaked in blood because of the terror that he has unleashed in Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Ayaz?
Yeah, I could not hear you. What was the exact question?
Mr. Ayaz, we just played out the reaction from the IS martyr's wife. We just also listed out the charge against Yasin Malik. He has also pleaded guilty to being the enemy of India. Why is it that even now you believe that there should be a long rope extended to the Congress?
In fact, there is a problem in the audio which I am not in a position to understand the question. However,
okay, let me take this across to Mr. Lalit Ambardar then. Mr. Lalit Ambardar, you heard what Ahmed Ayaz said just a few moments ago. We just played out the reaction that came in from the IS martyr's wife as well as what the charge against Yasin Malik is. That has been mentioned in the NIA charge sheet. For those who are saying that, wait, let's take a look at what the Congress says. Why are we looking at it? For the Samajwadi that comes out to say that this is a letter that could have been written to the Prime Minister, nothing wrong in this letter. What would you say to them?
They are Kashmir Jihad apologists. Let me remind, what was this Yasin Malik is? He's a warlord. He's not an ordinary terrorist. He is responsible for founding Pakistan's Kashmir Jihad in Kashmir. The cycle of death and destruction that Kashmir had witnessed in the past 35 years, he is the originator of that. And you know, Kashmiri Hindu genocide, you know, what were the tools of genocide? Rape, murder, and mass murder. And let me remind people here that a mother and daughter duo of Kashmiri Hindus, Hindu mother and daughter, they were not only raped. After the rape, they were shot in the vagina. And you want to forgive the perpetrators of heinous crimes committed against Kashmiri Hindus in Kashmir. Let me say through you, if Government of India, if the Congress party wants to forgive him, let them do it. But we Kashmiri Hindus will never ever compromise neither on our dharma nor our nationhood, and will never forget nor forgive. And about this Yasin Malik, I don't know, there was an attempt by the Indian state to project him as the future of Kashmir. I have attended a media convention where he was sitting with film stars, politicians, and the leading industrialists, and he was projected as the future of India. When we protested, the security staff were asked to throw us out. There is not a single auditorium, ma'am, in Delhi where he was projected as hero of India. All education universities, in for example, Delhi University, Jamia Millia, everywhere he would go and speak, spew vinegar against Indian army. And
Mr. Ambedkar, you know, you're speaking about how he was platformed before and how he was given a free run, but the question still being, why have no lessons been learnt? If his wife is writing a letter, why can't the Congress party come out and make it clear that we don't associate with this letter and call out Yasin Malik for what he is? And that remains the biggest question. We'll have to leave it at that. Thanking you both for joining us on the broadcast with your views. We're slipping into a short break.